On a Friday then. Saturday, Sunday, what? What's up, everyone? I am the High Priestess Phoenix, spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, messenger of God, child of God, Lilith reincarnated, here on a Friday then. Saturday, Sunday, what? What do we got today? I don't know. Do you feel anything? Can you feel it come? Not yet. Phil Collins. I don't know. Typically it's a shadow day. I feel like we barely got through the last shadows. It's hard to believe there's going to be new ones. But there's always something creeping around the bush. I don't know. In order to keep up with me, would I have to catch what I put in my community? What I put in my community page. What did I put in there? I'm seeing Marshall and Russ. Funny too. The Libras apparently were dealing with Venus relationships. If we had to put those two into an energy, take away the man and put it into a freaking form, take away the man form. Balancing scales, stuff like that. I don't know. I feel good. I did a bunch of ritual work last night. I posted some pictures of that. As far as Marshall and Russ, I remember posting. It's like, why do you do what you do? What's the excuse you tell yourself at night for the music you make? For the freaking whole reason you exist? What is the purpose of your existence? Now I'm seeing Lewis. What's the point of racing, Lewis? So you can win? But if you're not winning, then what's the point? Right? What's the point? And that goes back to it. What does it feel like to lose? You have more experience losing than you do winning. Shouldn't you be an advocate for losers? Don't you stand for losing mentalities because you do more losing than winning? That's where it was. Marshall was celebrating his 5-year anniversary, which you look up and you're like, damn, it's been 5 years? What the fuck have I done with my 5 years? But the truth is what the fuck have you done? So that was how many albums ago, right? Right? That fucking album. It's like how long ago that was, and now you're still out here doing the same old shit. Then you got Russ the same night talking about, I'm really excited to release new music on a new year. New me, new you, right? No, it's the same old fucking shit. And then his video was horrendous. And I asked myself, I'm like, how can you look so unnatural in a video? And that's because I guess you can't when you're being fake. When you don't wear the words, it doesn't come out, it doesn't look natural. Anyways, sometimes you gotta ask yourself, what the fuck am I doing? What am I doing with my life? What is the excuse I give myself to wake up and do this stupid shit? What lie do I tell myself to get through the day? Meaning, in essence, and I asked them both on my page, it's like, you do it for your fans. Your fans are a dying breed that stay in the same energy as you, so it's not like you're doing it for new fans. You're just holding on. You're doing it for yourself. Self-loathers. Anyways, going back to it, your guys' music sucks. It's like Marshall's not gonna make any better music, bro. He's always gonna be Eminem. He's always gonna be that fucking negative ass, fucking condescending ass fucking rapper. Russ is always gonna be out here trying to be a pompous ass, egotistical, materialistic asshole. Talking about how he's so weak, but he's so strong. That's the same message they all send. It's the same shit. I like to can't be both. You know what I mean? Oh, it cut off. I don't know. Anyway, so that was that. That came up. And there's a shadow for you. It's like you're gonna keep, you know what I mean? Like, what do you tell yourself to get out of bed that makes you feel so good about yourself? What lies do you tell yourself about your lives, even though they're not satisfying? Gotta get up and go to work today. What are you working towards? Gotta pay the bills. There's other ways to pay the bills, bro. Maybe you should eliminate some of those bills too, just to start off with. Anyways, that's where I'm at. But I'm not really. I got all ready. I'm wearing a pretty dress. I look like I'm about to go to a funeral. Whose funeral? Mine. I'm dead. Dead and gone. And so, I'm going to enjoy the next part of my life. But anyways, no, I was trying to figure it out. I'm like, where the fuck am I going? I am all dressed up with nowhere to go. And then I remembered I have an appointment way later to go sign those papers to get some tax money. And I guess we'll do more shit. I asked to use some of the cleaning supplies today, and they're limited to only the housekeepers, meaning I have to go out and get me a vacuum. My floor wasn't that bad until I started fucking with those fans, and I blew fucking fan dust all over the floor. So, in essence, it sucks because I was at the thrift store yesterday, and I felt the pull yesterday. But I'm going to an H&R Block that's right next to a freaking, another thrift store. And today, they're having a sale. Anybody that wants to, all jeans, as long as they're jeans, are $2 a pair at all the thrift stores. And the one in Thornton has huge amounts, so unfortunately I don't really need jeans. At least now I know my size. That's what I discovered yesterday. I told my daughter, I was like, I'm going to get an all size 10. If they're too small, then that means that's your size. And that's what we figured out. I put on a pair that was too tight around my crotch, but they fit her. And so I was like, alright, I have more booty than you do, but, you know, that's our waist size. In essence, we couldn't figure it out. Could not figure out our size. So now we know, and we can go buy some pants for, you know, $2 a pair if we want to. But anyways, I don't know. Otherwise, that's it. I'm waiting to have some lunch. I didn't want to just sit around, but that's okay too. What's our current energy? Oh, the King of Wands. I feel it. I don't know what's going on with my phone. Like, it keeps losing. Oh, it's because it's connected. Your fire is always within you. You're made up of the basic elements, and fire is one of them. Sometimes you just don't feel it. Sometimes it's burning. With Aries starting, yeah, it's the ignition to remix is what Kel said. Your fires are beginning to burn. It'll really start burning come Leo season. And then Sagittarius, it's that out of control burning. It's out of control. Your wands is your drive, where you're putting yourself. Like, what are you putting your... That's what I started with. Is like, why are you even getting up? Your swords is the shit you tell yourself, right? That's what I'm like, what is your excuse? What's the lie you're telling yourself? That's your swords. You put your mind to it. Then you have to put your body into action, and that's your fire. Your emotions is your water. How you freaking, you know what I mean? You balance it, because too much fire, you're going to fucking, you know, you're going to, as they say, burn out. You got to be emotional. You got to keep your emotions in that too. Let's talk about our current energy of the King of Wands. So we're in action, basically. Wands is about action. It's an inwards action or an outwards action, but it's an action nevertheless. It's the highest level of action. It's like taking full action now. You've went through all of your, you know what I mean, your steps, and now you're in your full action. Pentacles, Cups. Where are you, fuckhead? And Wands, Princess of Wands. Here we go. King in a spread can indicate a beginning. When the King of Wands appears, he brings an opportunity, so take up the challenge. Be assertive and don't doubt your abilities. You have the skills and experience you need. They're showing me, I reached out to my videographer, and I told him I needed a consultation to talk about getting myself into the film industry and what that could take. So that starts it. I might just completely go in a full different direction and just go into marketing of the documentary first, because that's all that God told me I needed to do. The music was just, you know, fuel to the fire, as you will. And that's what I also did too. I reached out to my old producers and showed them one of them I liked, and I said I need more like this. And I was just looking up this morning. I was looking up the licensing for the ones that I did pick, because that particular producer is pricey. And I realized, you know, last time I bought unlimited licensing for every single song, where this time I'm gonna do it like what's his fucking face? That fucking guy's face. I don't remember his name, but anyways, he got big off of that, you know, that song Old Town Road, and he only bought like a $35 lease. So I was looking through all of that stuff, so I was setting all of that up. That's what I was working on today. Kings also concern motivation, and this one calls you to develop a fiery part of your nature. The part linked to altruism, idealism, warmth of being, impulsiveness, and originality. Lead your life with vision and long-term views. The vision has to be not just your own weak desires based on fear and acceptance, but an actual vision given to you by God. Do you know what I mean? You're constantly chasing towards things in your mind. And there's those ego deaths, like, what the fuck was I thinking? You were thinking that this was going to win, but it wasn't about winning. It was about taking that adventure. The influence of the King of Wands may be felt through an actual person in your life, a mature man who is honest, dynamic, noble, energetic, compassionate, and a philanthropic. Now, I always say this is me because I harness every energy in this deck, meaning I've already took the journey. I have mastered every card in this. You know what I mean? I am the deck. Okay? Now, the wands are always talking about a fire sign, which again is an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. In essence, this is talking about, that's why they're like, I'm picking up an Aries, Leo. They're talking about the signs that go with each card, right? But at the same time, it could be a person like that. And when you're in your King of Wands, naturally you attract a King of Wands. You must understand that where you're at, you attract that. But just because you're in the positive side of the King of Wands, in my case, I'm going to attract the negative side on a Friday, the negative aspect of the King of Wands, only so I can heal it and become stronger in my fire. Just because you're in a positive doesn't mean you're going to attract a full positive. Why? Because there's still negative aspects about this card that you need to work through, and this is just a stage. It's not that I fully harnessed it. Every time we go into the cards, there's more to learn. Watch. I haven't got to the reverse possibilities yet. Alright, so it's dynamic, noble, energetic, compassionate, philanthropic. While someone else is thinking about it, I can get the whole thing done, whatever it is. I am a charismatic leader who will be able to get the best out of others, encouraging them to share their views and explore their creativity, but won't tolerate people who fall short of my high standards. You could say that's Kobe, but I don't think he was a Sagittarius. In the essence, he harnessed his Sagittarius. Maybe in another life he had lived as a full-blown Sagittarius. You know what I mean? And that's where it is you've been all of the signs. You've been through all of this. Now you're completing what you didn't complete before. Because of this, I can sometimes become aggressive in my pursuit of my goals and will be fiery if crossed. In a relationship, I am fun and exciting to be with. I like a strong partner and will soon resent anyone clingy or restrictive. If I'm forced to live a dull life, I will become quickly bored and depressed. You can't force Lilith to do anything. Reverse meaning. The King of Wands appears reversed in your spread. Expect encounters with blocks, red tape, and difficulties standing in the way of progress. Now is not the time to demand others to fall in line, as this will be counterproductive, meaning you're trying to push your way and make people do what you want. Perhaps you've been too boastful about what you can achieve and have taken on too much. Yeah, Russ, that song ain't going nowhere. Your girlfriend's is way worse, dude. How do you have and she dropped another 1,000. How do you have over 9,000 followers on fucking Instagram, but can't get 300 fucking streams of your song? It's just it, dude. You're pompous. And at this point, I truly believe you bought your fucking followers. The numbers don't add up. They just don't. And Russ swore that this was going to be his best album, and he was going to sell it out, and he's going to get a Grammy, and everybody's going to love it. You've got to understand the way that this works. They're going to put their best foot forward. He put his best song first to pump it up, to pump up the album. And what did he do last night? Said he was going to have to sell pictures of his feet. That's what happens when you step on God's rule. He said no. In essence, when you're going to put your first song out, you want it to be one of your most pumped songs so that it can, you know what I mean, polish the album. None of his songs are going to be any better than this. And you saw this terrible cringe of him whining through his existence, looking all sad and pathetic, trying to fucking wear, you know what I mean, gold and, you know, trying to put it on, but really just wears the sadness of himself. Which is that. He's just begging again for attention and acceptance. I've been through life and I just want you to accept me. Accept yourself. Trying to make your life better than it is and accept how fucked up it really is. The reverse King of Wands may be you or a person in your life, a father, boss, friend, or lover. The reverse king has lost his purpose. That would be Marshall. All of you. Far from a selfless and warmth of an upright king, they've become overbearing bullies who will brook at no opposition. At least Lewis will take a loss and cry about it. You guys want to sit there and hurt somebody because you can't win. You're going to learn to... You're just reflections in the mirror, but you're going to learn from each other. Hopefully. And this is fucking Kanye, too. It's like, you can't stand to see someone else win. You weren't even in competition. You're not even in the fucking conversation, Kanye. Nobody even mentioned your fucking name, fucking Marshall. And you're so mad because they won't. that you gotta sit there and fucking push yourself on them, right, Russ? You want to be so bad part of the conversation that's not about you. Once again, it's not about you. But you want this whole fucking journey to be about you. And your poor feelings and how life has been so hard to you. Bitch, you're fucking rich and famous, dude. You're a bunch of fucking coward-ass bitches, bro, in your fucking childhood wounds. Grow the fuck up. Buy you a fucking life. Buy you a new wife. Buy whatever it takes, bro. That's what it was all about, right? If you got all this money, you were gonna be all happy. Now you got all this money and you're a bunch of fucking bullies, bro. A bunch of fucking weenies, whiners. I'm talking to you, Allie. That's all you do. I tried to look through your songs. It's just a bunch of fucking whining bullshit. You too, Mike. Whining. You're the frequency of whining. Fucking Royce. The frequency of bullying. Get right. Get right. Again, I attract these losers. They're the opposite of me. It was me in a lower version, in another time and space. Spiritual work in hand, 3 of Wands. We're in our wands, bro. Do something about it. This is a do something about it, bro. Do something. Bust a move. Do something. Show me something. Stop talking about it in your fucking, with your swords. Let me see you fucking pull out your wand and do some magic. Make some real magic happen is what the wands are about. This card is about growth, progress, and enthusiasm. Thanks to good planning and determination, you are starting to get results. And that's me. I looked it up. I didn't even start this page until May. I'm over 200,000 views and almost 400 fucking subscribers. And I don't sell nothing here. I teach healing to almost 400 people. By May, for sure. Did I do this on my own? No, I did it for myself, and people watched. They enjoy the fucking, you know what I mean? What I am. And that's you guys back to your stupid YouTube channels and your pages. What you selling? Somebody else's clothes, somebody else's vibe, somebody else's fucking hairstyle, somebody else. You're selling somebody else's life. You're a sellout to somebody else. That's not who you are. Still, you are considering expanding your horizons with new ventures in business, and that's where I am. Creativity, study, travel, and moving into a new place. And I heard it yesterday. What's my next challenge? I know how to do the music, bro. That's easy. I'm gonna make you guys look stupid doing that. I never did film. We're going into a next place. Not to be part of the film. I'm gonna destroy it with my own film. I'm gonna not be part of the music industry. I'm gonna change it. It's not to be part of shit. Yeah, you gotta learn it. You gotta be a part of it to learn it. But the point is to freaking harness it. Not be part. I can't wait to be part of I can't wait to sit with a bunch of you fucking people that I think I'm better than. Right, Kanye? You just really want to be at the table in the conversation. You can't die. You know what I mean? You gotta be there, right? You gotta be part of the conversation, Marshall. Shit. I don't need to be in the room for them to talk about me. And what is it? Envy. Grasping opportunities when they present themselves, and success will follow. You are capable of dealing with any problem that arises, but don't be afraid to ask for advice and assistance. Meaning, this isn't my field of expertise. So I'm calling in people that know what to do. That's it. I'm calling in a producer. I'm calling in, you know what I mean? I'm calling in videographers. I'm calling in the people that I know have specialized this in their whole life. Not that you're going to run it, but you're going to teach me how to run my life, how I can find out what's best to run my life. I don't need you. I need your understanding. And if you don't want to share that with me, I'm sure there's a bunch of other people that understand that this is good. In the essence. However, and that's what it was too. The first one was like, here's my app. He was like, go to this website and type this in and you're going to find what you're looking for. They've worked with me before. That's what I said. They know what's up. They know I'm not talking. If I come to you and I say it's time, it's fucking time. This is what I need. Let me get to work. I know where to go to a studio. You know what I mean? I know how to call, and that's it. I'm calling the videographer. He can make the videos even if we don't do those kind of videos. I need a video for this song. This is what I want it to look like. What's the price tag on that? Then I take that and I go and put it on the right platform so that it can be seen. What is it all for? To get it back to my healing channel that you're currently witnessing. In essence, until we get the actual documentary on all of the channels. And then you'll still have to come back here to witness the freaking real-time event. How did I come up with all this? Working on me. Remember that song you made, Russ? Working on me? You're not working on you. You're working on your music career. And it's still just as bunk as it was before. This is also, grasping opportunities. However, take care not to neglect the day-to-day details in your earnesty for something new. I've got to do laundry. It's getting obnoxious, dude. I've got so much laundry. This is also a promising card for making a new start with existing relationships or founding a family. And that's what it is. I'm going to build up a new soul tribe, dude. And that's it. There were people along this way that I just had to let go of, that there weren't bad. There was no bad blood. It's just, you know what I mean? I had to get to a good place before we could work on something good. And that's it. Reverse meaning. The Three of Wands indicates delays, dissatisfaction, and frustration. Goes back to the first one. This is what you got coming to you. For a lack of poor planning. Poor planning. It's over. What are you going to do, Russ? Blow out another song in a week? How many weeks of this album can you milk? You don't know how to fucking market your music. I told you that for the last 2 fucking years. Now you've already showed all 2 minutes of this song. You showed both verses in 2 days. It's over. The video's over. There's no surprise. It's done. Now everybody knows the song. They know the first verse. They know the hook. They know the second verse. They know the hook. They've seen what you look like. They know the look. It's over. Now what? You're going to just keep shoving it down people's face to hope that it'll get on the radio? It won't. If it was going to, it would have happened last night. It would have happened overnight. I can make you a celebrity overnight. It's an overnight success, meaning your fans spread it to others. They didn't. You don't know how this works, and I don't care. In the essence of, this is all of you. And that goes back to her. You think you're going to be any better than him? It took him 16 years to get this good. You think he's going to get any better? He peaked. It's the end. If you spend 16 years at it, Jonica, you might be as good as him. But not likely, because you're not him and you don't have his vision. You're just raping people's visions like everyone else. So in essence, you're just going to be a copy of the newer artists like you always are. You're a copy of everyone else. You're not authentic to yourself or anything. And you didn't know how to ride a fucking... I tried to give you some credit. I was like, I bet this country bitch could ride a horse. You don't know how to ride a horse. Which encouraged me to go and sign up to go teach myself how to ride a horse. There's nothing stopping me from a lifestyle that I want. I didn't envy you. I can do such things right here. Right here at fucking Cherry Creek, Bear Creek, Chatfield, any of them. I can sign up, pay my little dues, and ride a horse and be cooler than you. Stop envying people's lives and go own that life. Go be the thing, do the things you want to do. Stop waiting for your money to be right. Do it and it'll feel right, and you'll be infused with the fire to get more money to do more. You know what I mean? I was laughing about Oscar. Oscar thinks he's cool because he jumps out of planes. And then my spirit told me, oh, you went to the military and they wouldn't let you, so now you had to come out. It's like he envied those. He envied the parachuters, but obviously could not do it in his field of, military experience. So then he got out and wanted to be like that. Why does Lewis do it? He envies it. He wants to be like other people. He's not doing anything that other people haven't. He wants to do what you do because he thinks you're cool and he wants to be like you. Take a bow. They're all fans of each other. To be authentic is to do what no one else ever did before. So you're not authentic. Because you're just doing what someone else did and trying to master what they already mastered. Trying to live someone else's dream. Keep dreaming. A venture that looked promising fails, causing you disappointment. You are beginning to doubt yourself and get depressed about the situation. Don't refuse help through misguided pride. I told him. I told all of you. That was all of last week's lesson, was to ask for help. And they won't, because they're prideful. They think they know it all. They've got it all fucking figured out. Keep figuring it out, bro. Keep doing it. Keep doing what you're doing. And you can hear that in the rest of his video. He's sick. That's what I said. You're sick. You're those cards. You've got an illness. I hope it's not the illness that they said. They were like, they've got an STD. I mean, it's possible when you guys are fucking around like that. Perhaps you and your romantic partner got together too quickly, and you have discovered that you do not want the same things from life. I feel like both of you do. You just want attention. You just want the finer things in life. You just want people to accept you, and you're willing to do anything, put on anything to be that. I feel like you and Jonica definitely want the same things in life. Or it could be a long-distance relationship is not working out. I don't know. I feel like you guys are exactly like that, and that's what Bobby said. You know what I mean? Yes, I'm very much going to write that song, the opportunist. The alchemist who's an opportunist. Yes, bro. You are the definition of an opportunist. And if I need any more reference, all I got to do is dig into your family. Your friends and family, just a little bit deeper, how far you guys will go for an opportunity. You're an opportunist. You're always looking for the next big thing to be part of it, because you're really not part of anything. You have nothing to lose when there's nothing to hold on to. Oh, gosh. My life is good. How about yours? I'm on the plus side of this. I'm just pointing out that I'd have to drag around these negatives with me. Outcome, please. Empress. I'm in my Empress. I'm totally receiving abundance and love and all that great stuff. And life is good. Oh, I turned to the Two of Cups. Union. Yeah, buddy. Ace of Cups. Two of Cups. We're going this way. Keep on swimming. The Lady. The Lady is Mother Nature and reminds you that you are a child of Earth. She is the creative power within us all. Your body is a precious gift to Mother, which enables us to experience the beauties of the world and the simple pleasures of life. You may gain peace and fulfillment from spending time outside in nature or by working with plants and gardens. We had a great time last night. My daughter got lost she didn't get lost. She knew exactly where she was going, but it got dark and I got worried. We could hear men's voices out there, but she had a great time last night with me while I was doing my ceremony. And it felt great to be out there. There was lots of families that had just, pulled up and was cooking dinners out there and shit. It's totally the life, bro. To just get out of the matrix and go. And it's really only a few minutes over a couple of streets, and it's right there for me. And then yesterday, even in the middle of the day, I walked over instead of having a cigarette in my car. I went to that place near the creek and just sat on that rock and just enjoyed it. I told the kids I was going to do it right now, but then the dog wanted to go out, so I was like, fuck it. But I feel like outside is the place to be. This card speaks of wisdom in recognizing that all cycles of life are equally valid, that all things have their season. This involves recognizing the time to act and a time to wait patiently for things to mature. In a reading, the Lady represents mothering and growth in its wildest sense. This may be the birth of a child, business enterprise, or creative project. And that's it. It's already... I just have to give birth to it. She brings a harmonious, creative, and successful phase in your life, full of beauty and pleasure. Relationships with family and friends are happy and loving. The Lady also indicates good health. And that's an identifier. It's like if you're not in good health, then you're on the other side. It's like you're trying to hide that this isn't you. You're trying to hide you. You're trying to hide what God is doing to you. Okay. I'm like, okay. Meanwhile, I come out here all day bitching and screaming about what God's doing to me. And how badly I want to be free from his, his rule. Just do what he says. The only way you're going to get out of this is to go through this. Period. Reverse meaning. You are not using your talents and abilities to the fullest, and you feel like you're stagnating. But the block is within you. The Great Mother is all-encompassing source of life. She exists within and without you. Her nurturing flow of life is always available. Mike Stud, you in the auto-tunes. That's not your voice anyways. The very thing I hate about you is something you're putting into your music. It's not really you. You think it's a sound, bro. You're tuning your fucking sound to sound like the fucking melody, and that's why I can't stand you. That's not your real sound. And the words of this last song, you were writing about me. You always have. I just don't listen to your shit. If I listened to it, I'd hear it. You're guilty of it, too. And again, when all these documentaries come out and shit, people are going to look at you guys and be like, Jesus. They're going to look at your fucking lower life forms and how bad you raped the Holy Spirit to make yourselves big. And they are going to hang you guys. They know I'm the truth. I can prove it. You can't prove that you're the truth. You're a walking, talking lie. That's why everybody tried to stop me, because they were going to lose their power in the lies. You can't stop God, because He's the one that wants you to stop lying. I didn't even know you were such a fucking lie. Because I believed your lies too. But now I see what really lies within you. Going back to it, it's like, you know, whatever. The Great Mother is all-encompassing source of life. She exists within and without you and is nurturing flow of life that's always available to heal, balance, and vitalize. She does not judge or punish, only loves. Try to see your life experience not as positives or negatives, gains or losses, but just as things are. If you have relationship problems, you must look at your own behavior. And that was your song. She fell in love with you and you were in a fucking loser space. You attracted a loser in your loser space, and you guys don't want to accept that. And you're holding on to him, and you wonder why you're still losers. Wonder why I call you bitch. And that's Royce. He's so proud of being a bitch. Bobby's so proud of being fucking Heather's bitch. Russ is so proud of this bitch. Fucking Kanye out here making this bitch look ugly, and he's proud of it. You make yourself look worse with your bitches. You trying to, you know what I mean, exert something over them, you make yourself look shitty, bro. They make you look bad, you make yourself look bad. The whole situation is all bad, bro. Truthfully, if you would have loved yourself more when you were younger, or even now, you'd have a different type of bitch by your side. Something respectable that other people liked. Man, I really like your girl. When are you going to bring your girl around? I like her. She's fun. I like her. She's nice. The kids. Hey, where's that lady? I like that lady. The dogs. None of them like any of your girls, bro. And that's it. They're just a pretty face that takes up space. And once they open their mouth, you wish they didn't. That goes back to you, Oscar. Jesus, was that one a basic piece of ugliness. I get it. There's beauty in her, but not on the surface, which, you know, she might, going back to Logic's girlfriend. Oh, she's a great person. What'd she do? What makes her great in your eyes that you're trying to sell to me? Tell me, Logic, how great is this woman? What makes you love this woman? What makes your dick get hard for her? What makes you think anyone else wants her? And riddle me this, fellas. Who wants your women other than you? And what do you get out of them that makes you happy? Now, as much as I'm talking to the men, keep in mind, I am a divine masculine. I'm here to heal the divine masculine. So I do know I have a whole 23% of my viewing as females. Ask yourself the same question, women. Why? What has he done for you lately? What is he doing for you? And that's that song I said. It's like, you know, I don't need someone to tear me down. I need someone to hold my crown. Meaning, hold my purse. That's your job. Hold my purse real quick while I handle this. You okay with that? Because yesterday when I went to go do my ritual and I'm about to Mary Poppins, I'm about to roll up in here and do all kinds of magic, guess what I need from you? Hold my purse. You have no fucking magic. There's nothing you can do in this space but use your brute to help me carry my load. You can't help me with my load. You can only help carry it. Can you put your pride down to help me carry my purses? Because otherwise I really don't need you. I bought my own purses. The stuff that's in them, I'm on my own trip. You're welcome to come if you can help. How are you helping me? In the essence, why would I invite you to a ceremony last night? Is your energy going to help? Is your stupid thoughts? Are you in the mood? Do you know what we're doing? My daughter was having a great time adventuring and looking for great things and being optimistic and just being hopeful and being a full Sagittarius under the moon while I'm burning, you know what I mean? The release of our own energy. She enjoyed herself. How long is this going to take? What are we doing? What does this mean? Are you almost done? Look at your phone. Keep yourself busy while I work. Just saying. There's a lot of reasons why I'm single. I can tell you all of them. But it really has nothing to do with me. It's all about, you know what I mean? You. You take too much. You want too much. You think you need so much. If you didn't put so much on it, it wouldn't be so hard. And that's what I said to all of them. You make it impossible for people to love you, get close to you, have a connection with you, or, you know what I mean, enjoy life with you. Because you're the problem, not me. And I know where your problems come from, and that's me being the empress. I'm all compassionate, Kanye. I get where you're coming from, but fix it. This is a you problem that you don't see as a problem in everybody else's lives. Because you don't care about anyone else. All you see is you and your selfish ambitions and your desires and your losing mentality and your desire to win. Try to see life experiences not as positive as negatives, gains and losses, but things that just are. And that's it. You want to make a big deal about what's happened to you. As if you're freaking, you know what I mean? You're Christ. Like, you know, like your problems were bigger than the world's problems. We all are going through it. Every single person that comes up to me, it happened again this morning. I think I'm cursed. Everybody says that to me. That's God. You were cursed before you got here. Now he's trying to break it off of you. You know, something simplistic like this person is doing everything to hold on to a car that they're literally going to come and tow because she can't get it fixed in time. Let it go. No, but somebody gave it to me. That somebody doesn't live in it. This is causing you more trouble than it is, you know what I mean? If you let it go, then you could put money into an actual car. How much money have you put into this? God is doing, you know, that's not the devil coming to repo your car. That's God relieving you of your burdens. You don't understand it. Everybody says it. It's like something's out to get me. God, he's destroying your life so you can have a new life. And all you want to do is hold on to it. It's the most common thing I hear from people. And if you are cursed, trust me. There was one girl that sent me a message and I felt it immediately. I sent it to Marshall. She sent me pictures. She's like, I'm cursed, dude. I know it. Something came over me and my spirit told me, and I had to stop that day and execute witchcraft on her behalf to break this fucking bind. But it didn't work. She went right back to the person where the bind was. Don't ask me to help you when you won't help yourself. I can get it off you for a minute. I can clear your chakras and show you clarity. I can get you back to the divine. But then you're going to have to be put right back into your body with your own mind and your own reality. I can pull you out. I can kick your astral self out of your thoughts for a moment where you can see the bliss and graceness of God. But the second you have to come back into the body, which means you're going to have to go back through the mind and the heart. And I show you that. That was me on Wednesday. I don't want to sit in here with Lisa's thoughts and feelings about Bobby. No, you're going to sit there with it. The fuck I am. I know I have magic. I can overcome this. I am not subject to this. I am not Lisa's feelings. I don't feel this way. Nah, bro. You're stuck in that body, bro. And you gotta work through this. If you have relationship problems, you must look at your own behavior. You may be unreasonably possessive, not allowing your loved ones to change and grow through fear of losing them. Depending on the surrounding cards, the Lady Reverse can indicate problems with your fertility. Well, thank God for that. Kim and Kanye weren't meant to breed, bro. But they did. And God, you know, and the essence is, how far were they going to go? And that's what it is to show that they weren't, you know what I mean? God still gave you the blessing, and he will protect those children even though you did this. And that goes back to my parents. The fuck? You should have never had kids. And that goes back to those of us that have made that decision to have an abortion. I can't give this kid a good life. That goes back to the parents that have ran from their children. I can't give this kid a good life. You think that by having a kid, it's going to give you a good life. You know, you're going to have a good relationship. You know what I mean? You guys are a happy family now that you have kids. That's that next step. Dude, you were being a child when you made that decision to begin with. You didn't see a mother and a father in front of you when you laid with this person. You saw an orgasm, and you went for it. And in essence, you ruined a child's life on your own selfish accord. Because that's all it was. You weren't sitting there, are you ready to make a baby? No. You ready to bust a nut? You ready to have the best time of your life? And now you're selfish. You did it selfishly to, you know what I mean, to fucking get off. Now you got children, and you're still being selfish, trying to make your life about yourself and your happinesses and shit like that. Now, the other opposite is fucking Bobby. I see this. He's like, he'll sacrifice all happiness to provide these kids with the things of this world. You're teaching them not to self-sacrifice. You're teaching them not to have love, not to have respect, not to have connection and closeness. Boo-hoo childhood trauma. A fucked up dad and a fucked up mama showing them that love is drama. You come home and you argue. There's no closeness. There's no smiles. There's no cooperation. There's no closeness. There's nothing. There's sex and arguing, food and bickering, alcohol, and you know what I mean? And all of this. This is what they grow up in. This is what they see as a relationship between a man and a woman. And if they're not your own children, they're the ones that you're selling it to on the internet. You're selling the lies. It's all lies. It's all lies. Going back to it, yeah, problems with your fertility, you're not supposed to be going in that direction right now. You're a whole child yourself. You don't need to ruin another child. I lost my virginity and had children to the same person. I was 16 years old when I had my first child, 2 weeks before my 18th birthday when I had my second. I remember going to, I don't know which one, maybe it was my 17th birthday. I remember going to the movies and watching like A Bug's Life or something like that. Watching kids' movies for my birthday as a mother, because I was still a child. But I was forced to be a mother, but I was still a child. And that's it. It's like, are you being a mother or father? Are you still holding on to that child inside of you? And can you let go of the child to be a good mother and father when you yourself haven't got to express what it meant to be a child? How are you going to be a good mother when you didn't have a childhood? How can you encourage a good childhood to a child when you never had one? That means every time they are being a child, you're going to correct them and tell them not to be a child and to grow up. Because that's what you expect. The Empress is about nurturing. Again, these cards are just layers to yourself that you learn to put on. You learn that on a day like today, you need to go outside and play. You can feel it inside of you. I felt it. I told my kids that. I swear to them. I said, I'm going to go down to that creek. But then she's like, she's begging you. So I brought her back, and then I came up to do the reading instead. But I told them, you feel what's right for you and for others. Meaning what's good for me is good for others. I'm going to encourage others. Go outside and get some fresh air. Get out of your problems. Go out and get some, get some air. And that's really it. What do they really want you to catch? That energy. There's a whole solar eclipse and everything. They want you to take a deep breath before we go under. In the essence, it's the end of and that's why I said I'm dressed to go to a funeral of my own. The old me's dead and gone. It's time to start a new me. And how do you start a new me? You let the old you go. You let the old you go. I still have all the skills. And that's what it means is like the old Lucky the Phoenix is gone. This is going to be music by the High Priestess Phoenix. This is a new me. This is going to be a new kind of music, a new kind of sound, a new kind of message. You guys try to say that every year is a new you, but you're the same dude as last year, the same chick as last year, on the same fucking trajectory, trying to get the same things that you didn't get last year. No, I got what I wanted out of last year. Now we go in for new stuff. I'm not going for the same old shit. I'm not looking for the same shit as last year. We tried that. Now we're going on to different shit, and that's what I mean. This year we're going for film. This year we're going for, you know what I mean? We're going for film and radio is what I heard. I'll be on that radio station in no time. And from one goes to another, because then it becomes. Then I can press to other radio stations. They're playing me on this station. They're playing me on this station. They're playing, you know what I mean? You sell yourself. But what am I selling? Healing. I'm an instrument of healing. I saw something today, I'm going to share it later on this evening in my shorts. It said, what is the ascension? The ascension is going from your brain to your heart. It's 20 centimeters that can take you a lifetime. It's going from your ego to your heart. That's it. What is the ascension? What, Carl Jung described. I just want to point out my hands are behind my back. I'm holding them and I'm in the weirdest position. It's like you're going from your thoughts to your feelings. That's all this is. You have to go through all of your thoughts and your feelings to get there. But that's what it is. The dark night of the soul is going through all your thoughts and your feelings to the very core of you and finding your light again. And then walking in those feelings. Dealing with the thoughts as they come up, but we have to go through all of the dark thoughts and the dark feelings. I am the dark goddess walking you through the dark night of your soul, which is nothing more than a 20 centimeter trip that can take you lifetimes if you don't embrace this. We are leaving the brain and going to the heart. This is going to be a very painful journey of exiting through your thoughts. We must work through all of them to get through the brain. In order to get to your heart, we must go through all of the bad feelings. And then you're in the light. Now every time you grab that light, you've got to come back through your bad experiences and your bad thoughts and bring it into reality. Ta-da! Welcome to the journey. I'm going to take you through it. Obviously, I don't have much energy. I'm a little burnt out from the last ride. I'm getting ready for a next ride. We're going to, embrace the ride. That's it. If you haven't done this, this is the time to do it. Feed it to the fire of the solar eclipse. Drop it in the fires. Let it go. What? Your life. If you want a new life, sacrifice the life you have. It's all about sacrifices. Sacrifices equal rewards. Give it up and trust and believe. Trust in yourself. Believe in yourself. Trust in God. Believe in God. And let it go. And then what? Get to work? No. You don't even know what to do now. After you let it go, you sit in the grief of the letting go. You have to let go of it, and you can't hold on to repressed emotions of it. Otherwise, you're still holding it. The what ifs, or why did I? You have to be confident in what you let go of. You still don't understand why you're letting go. Your spirit's telling you have to, but your mind hasn't wrapped itself around it. That's the healing process, is helping yourself to have a higher understanding of what is good for you. Not what feels good, but what's good for you. It's going to take you a long time to explain this stuff to yourself. Don't try to explain it to the outside world. The only person that needs to understand why you're destroying your life is you. Why am I destroying my life? Because God wants something new, and if I don't do it, He's going to do it anyways. For those of you that are fearful of it, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Then God already took you through destruction and put you in a happy place. But if you're not happy and you're lying about it, He's going to take you through the trip to happiness. You're a slave and you want to be set free, and it's going to be difficult to go against, those that your captors. What is your captors? Your brain and what it believes. The fight of good and evil is between your mind and your heart. Your mind believes, first off, that there is such a thing as good and evil, and what is good and bad. And it won't let you do what it thinks is bad. And you must teach it that there is no such thing as bad, and that we must overcome the bad. You have to fight your fears and your beliefs. Again, the ascension is going from your mind to your heart. And your mind is going to tell you what it thinks, and then it's going to show you why it feels that way. You have to work through it. Your mind tells you how to feel. So even though I can't see why I feel this way, I have to do the opposite. My mind has been shut off. I have to go through my feelings to find a memory of where this feeling came from. This is why I feel this way. It's a repressed feeling or a repressed memory. It's both. I can't see why I feel this way. I've repressed it. I have to keep feeling this way until I find the memory. And some of you can see the memory, but you can't feel it because you've turned off the feelings to it. Either way, you've got to do both. You've got to remember it and you got to feel it. It's painful. It's 20 centimeters is the most painful fucking experience of your life. It sounds like a big old dick going up your butt. No, bro. It's pretty much, you got your head up your ass and we got to pull it out. It's gonna hurt. As far as that, I think it pushed out some shadows. I don't have any on the surface right now. I'm in between healing and hurting. You know what I mean? Meaning I still hurt from what I've healed. You know what I mean? So in essence, it's like we gotta wait till they recover before we can do that next operation. As soon as I'm over it, as soon as I feel good again, I'm feeling good again. They're gonna, you know what I mean? They're gonna cut my heart open again. That's it. You're just constantly cutting it open to let it out. What comes out? Pain, suffering, comes out in your tears, comes out in your words, comes out in your actions. So it's probably best to go outside where, Mother Earth can hold all that. She can hold, you can't hurt her. You shouldn't be hurting her. You can cry with her. You know what I mean? She can make you feel better out there. Better than people can because they don't understand. You wasting your breath trying to make them understand really drives you up, really pisses you off. It's not really that you want them to understand, you want understanding. You can't give them something you don't have. You don't understand what's going on with you. It takes time. And that was me on Wednesday. Just get it off me. You can't fix Lilith in one day. All I can do is give you understanding of what's wrong with Lilith, but it's going to take time. Meaning you've got to just let this happen every time it happens. You can't just keep fighting it every time it comes to the surface. And I don't. But some days I don't want to. And that's an old programming. I don't want to feel this way. I know how this ends. I love you till it hurts. Yeah, it's the journey. Sometimes we reject it, but you got to get back on it. Sometimes you can try to put it down, but all you're doing is making it hover over you. As much as you think you're putting it down, you're literally putting it on top of you. It's a journey. It's my life's journey, and it's going to be your life's journey, and you don't have to make it as hard, and that's why I always tell people, catch on to this. Surrender to it. Give into it. Don't be like me. I've got an old part of me that's not holding, that keeps holding on, that's taking a lot of time. And that's you too, is like your old parts are holding on, but you gotta get them to let go. So you could be free. To make your own decisions, to feel, to not be scared of, to just not be afraid of what people will say or what will happen. I don't care what people will say because I'm pretty sure it's going to be negative. I don't care what will happen because I know God will make it all right. So therefore I'm not fearful of stepping out. Where we used to be afraid to step out because we didn't know what would happen and what people would say. Now I know what they'll say, and I know what will happen. It'll all be good. People will talk shit, and it'll all be good. Accept it. That's it. Period. Point blank. I had to accept that before I could even come out here and be me. That was my biggest fear, is what are people going to say? They're going to judge me. They're going to judge me. They're going to judge me. Judge not lest thee be judged. God's judging you while you're judging me. That's the funny part. Keep judging. I know who the judge and jury is. In essence, your words mean nothing. You can't comprehend what you're seeing. You're just trying to put words on it, and it's all of a negative condensation. You're just a shit talker. You have no idea what I'm going through. You're just trying to say that I don't have control, which I say I don't. So you're basically talking shit about what God is doing in my life. You're talking shit to God, not me. Trying to put me down for God putting me up. And again, you could never surrender your will to the God and let him have his way in your life. And yet you want to talk about it as if, it's not magical. As I go to collect my thousands of dollars today, I was like, that's God. In essence, he didn't give me what was mine before because he had it waiting for later. You don't need it. You're not going to need this money then. You're going to need this in the future. I didn't even know I was wronged. That's it. He makes all things right. Don't worry about it. I'll fix all of this. I'll make it better than it was before. Sure. And that's Job. Do you trust him? Do you trust him when he tells you to sacrifice such things? Are you going to do what he says? We'll see. Hey, I love you. Laters. Happy Friday. It's like Friday the 13th, huh?